commitment now to be here. We redid his contract, and he's very comfortable with it. We're very comfortable with it. And I think it's going to take a great football player to keep Eugene Robinson out of our lineup, but it's something that he's going to have to, work, and we're going to bring in some competition for him.
Hey, Dan, let's forget all that for a moment. Much more important than anything we just talked about, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. My heart got beating pretty good when you get ready to pick, just like you do for the game. And I really had no problem. I even thought about doing what Mike Ditka did, and I would love to go out and play golf. We were a little too windy and cold here today, so I couldn't get rid of the whole draft and go out and play golf. But I have been playing. I have been playing, but I haven't been playing well, so that may have something to do with not wanting to go out and play, too.
Well, I think all of us can relate to that, Dan, on the golf course. Don't tell us your heart was beating faster on this. I'm glad you're feeling well. It's good to see you in front of us, and a continued success. Have a good day tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Bim. Appreciate it.
All right, Dan, thanks again. A gentleman, Dan Reeves, and it's good to he's making jokes about a heart condition. We hope that he looks great. He looks great. Let's go up to Mark Malone and Ron Jaworski as we kind of put a capper on day number one. Fellas?
Well, Boomer, almost 10 hours ago, we started with the pick of Tim Couch to Cleveland Browns, and a lot of people question his arm strength, the kind of system he was in, but really it's what you do with that system. And he made all the right reads and the right throws.
Yeah, clearly, Mark, people talk about the lack of arm strength, but what he makes that up for is he's accurate. He can throw the ball where the receiver can catch it. And you'll see right here on this play what he does. He reads the blitz. There he sees the one-on-one to the outside. 9 other players up in the box attacking the quarterback. He knows it's a blitz right now. Now when he gets the ball, you can see he's at the 10-yard line. He's got a short field, so he's got to shorten his drop. He sets, delivers the football in 1.1 seconds. This is outstanding. He lays this ball out in the box. Nice soft touch, kind of like a butterfly with sore feet landing in the receiver's arms. Meet me at the corner, down the chimney, all those cliches. Here's what I love about Tim Couch right here. Looking down the gun barrel, taking the hit. The empty backfield. He sees the blitz late. He's looking right down the gun barrel. He knows his wide receiver has read it, adjusted slightly. The sight adjust. He hits him and takes the hit. I'll tell you, he's got the intelligence, he's got the toughness, he's got the accuracy, and he's got a Chris Palmer system that will help him. Timing and rhythm.
Now he's got to overcome the bad, really, guys like Andre Ware, David Klingler, those kinds of guys haven't done well in the run and shoot. We'll be back to wrap things up. Day one of the draft after this.
It began as the product of meticulous Japanese design, but it was sent to Europe for finishing school. It was tested on Austria's Alpine roads, refined on Germany's autobahns, and chased on England's racetracks. Now the car that's proven itself in Europe is crossing the pond. Introducing the all-new 99 Infiniti G20. Born in Japan, educated in Europe, now available in America.
Pull over. Finally, after all these years, Brew says we get this film developed, we're gonna be rich. In 1 hour, we're gonna be celebrities. We're gonna be...
Just one more, Grandpa.
Okay, sugar. Smile.
Hon, the Weekly World News is going to be here in 10 minutes.
Polaroid. See what develops.
Excuse me, we got him holding a giant yam. Y'all mind?
With all the attention McGuire got last year, I got jealous. So this year, I'm going for the record. Maybe instead of the big unit, they'll start calling me the long unit.
This ESPN News presentation of the 1999 NFL Draft is brought to you by Polaroid. See what develops. And by Infiniti. Own one and you'll understand.
We get to do it all over again tomorrow as the ESPN The Original for 2 hours, and then ESPN 2 from 1 to 6, rounds 4 through 7, hosted by Mike Tirico. With Mel, of course. Christmas comes 2 days for Mel Kiper every year in the draft. Jaws and Marty Schottenheimer, and Mortimer stays in New York. We figure he has got to give him a whole weekend here in New York. New York may never be the same. Let's go around the country and start in Cleveland with Sal Palantonio.
The big news here in Cleveland is the big news of the draft. Kentucky quarterback Tim Couch is the #1 pick in the NFL draft in 1999 and the #1 pick of the new Cleveland Browns. Kevin Johnson, a wide receiver from Syracuse, comes here in round 2. 3 defensive players round out today's draft. And tomorrow, Chris Palmer has 8 more picks. He wants to go skill player on offense, definitely a running back. Now let's go to Sean Salisbury.
Here in Indianapolis, the Colts get the man they want. Miami Hurricane running back Edgerrin James, a perfect fit with Peyton Manning. Inside, outside, versatile, and magic. They also get help at offensive guard and at linebacker. They got what they feel is 3 starters. Let's go to Andrea Kramer.
Here in Minnesota, just moments ago, smiles abounded in the Vikings war room with the appearance of Dante Culpepper. The quarterback selected first by the Vikings today made his way throughout the war room to greet all the officials who selected him. The Vikings also took defensive end Demetrius Underwood and moved up in the 2nd round to take tight end Jim Kleinsasser, who they think is talented enough to contribute immediately as an H-back. Looking ahead to tomorrow, they still need help at cornerback. Let's head to Ed Werder.
Here in New Orleans, this was the scene as Ricky Williams arrived in the city aboard owner Tom Benson's private jet. He said afterward he was bitterly disappointed that he wasn't the first running back drafted after winning the Heisman Trophy and setting the NCAA career rushing record. As far as tomorrow goes, GM Bill Kuharich said he's going to make every effort possible to get the Saints involved in the 2nd day of the draft. Let's go to Solomon Wilcott.
Here in Foxborough, many thought the Patriots would move to the top of the 1st round to take a running back, but patience proved to be a virtue. After taking center Damian Woody and linebacker Andy Katzenmoyer in the 1st round, they trade up to get running back Kevin Falk in the 2nd. Even the youngest Patriot fan is going gaga over the team's first 3 selections, now to Hank Goldberg.
In Miami, Jimmy Johnson wanted to beef up his running game. He did so by 480 pounds with J.J. Johnson, the running back out of Mississippi State, and Rob Conrad, fullback out of Syracuse. He also took a center, Gray Rugemer, and J.J., the coach, did his usual maneuvering and winds up with 5 picks tomorrow. He had 5 total starting off today. Now to Tom Jackson.
It was a productive day in Denver for the world champions, adding Al Wilson with the first choice and then another defensive end, a guard, a wide receiver, and a cornerback. Future projects. They're looking to add depth and speed on both sides of the ball. Look for more of the same with their 6 picks tomorrow. Let's go to Chris Berman.
All right, Tommy, thank you very much, and all the guys. Very quickly, guys, thoughts?
Washington Redskins. Oh, what a fabulous job the Washington Redskins did under all the problems that they've had. Charlie Casserly, terrific job moving things around, getting draft picks, getting the players they want.
I think Pittsburgh did a good job, upgraded the offense. I think Seattle did a good job trading down twice, like Green Bay. They went for a lot of defensive backs and Cletus Hunt, but that secondary should be vastly improved, Chris.
A historic day here at the NFL Draft. Our thanks to our whole crew, Chip Dean and Jay Rothman, our producer's wife, Ruth Ann, is to any minute now, and he went through all this week as if nothing was happening. I know how tough that was. Thank you, guys. NASCAR Happy Hour next. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Thanks for...
The 8th race of 1999 for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series is at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia. It's happy hour prior to tomorrow's running of the Goodies Body Pain 500.
Happy hour on NASCAR's shortest, tightest, and slowest Winston Cup oval is anything but. How do you practice patience? How do you prepare for the punishment of 500 laps on this paperclip-shaped half-mile oval? Well, quite simply, you don't. Today in happy hour and tomorrow in the race, you rely on the 3 B's: brakes, bumpers, and better luck. You need brakes to stop in case the guy in front of you does. You need a bumper to go in case the guy in front of you doesn't. You need better luck than the cars in front of you and behind, because here at Martinsville with tight turns, if you're not careful, trouble will find you. With a little bit of luck, when it comes knocking, you won't be home.
43 teams have survived 2 days of practice and 2 rounds of qualifying. Now they have 1 hour to get ready for 500 laps here at Martinsville. Of course, you're going to hear about springs and shocks, tire pressures and track bars, but you're also going to hear about brake pads and brake temperatures, about steering boxes and fuel mileage, rear end gears, and much more. Because on Sunday, if Martinsville doesn't beat you up, it will wear you out. The goal in the next 60 minutes, get a head start while the track's not looking.